Hello, everybody. Great to see you today. Welcome. Let me ask you a question today. How are you in the department of resilience? Resilience is a word that we tend to maybe shy away from maybe at times because it takes a lot of grit and gut and within spirit within us to just fight and go against all odds in our lives, no matter what it may look like. And resilience is something that we learn as we live out in this world of ours. And when we go through hard challenges of some kinds, all the testings and trials and difficulties and inflictions and challenges, how are we to respond to that? That is the question. As believers, I really encourage you today to learn to have more resilience in your life. And as we live out in this world of ours, we are a work in progress, and we just tend to grow in all our life's challenges that we face and that we come across each and every day in one way or another. I'd like to share with you this verse from James in chapter 1, verse 2 through 4. And it says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials." Wow, you just want to scratch your head. Count it all joy. We don't like to go through various kinds of trials, right? But life happens. We're going to come across many different situations and things in our life that is not very happy and doesn't seem very fortunate to us. And it continues saying, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience, but let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. So wow, what a continuous process it is as we learn patience in our lives, as we face many trials, as we go through so many different kinds of emotions out there, when we go through grief and pain and loss, when we go through feelings of just so many different challenges and things, being a failure, feeling that we're inadequate, feeling that we can't go on, when we face hard challenges, when we fall down, are we going to choose to just lay down flat on our back? Or are we going to choose to rise up and just get back up on your feet and continue to move on? Those are some questions that you may ask yourself. What are you made of? And as believers in Christ, we are made more than a conqueror. God goes before us in all of our battles, and He has won the war. That is for sure indeed. And let us just take rest and joy in the fact that God has our back in all areas of our lives. And He wants us to build up our resilience and faith muscles, and just to learn to keep trusting in Him no matter what in our lives, because He knows the beginning and the end, and He knows what is truly best for us. When I went on my bicycle rides for probably about 8 years in total, back in 2008, there were 3 times that I had major falls, but still yet it did not scare me. I chose to continue on my bike trail, going for a couple of hours of my bike ride because I enjoyed it passionately so much. And people will question me, wow, one of the falls was my hard head concussion when I hit it against the street pavement as I made a quick left turn, and the back wheel got caught on the gutter water. And that post-concussion syndrome I had for 10 months. It was one of the most challenging times in my life ever. Challenged with all my cognitive skills, and challenged with not having any energy just zapped out of me. And that was a struggle. And I couldn't wait. I remember during that hard time, going through depression, going through like, how much longer is it going to take for me to get well again? And boy, did I learn patience at that time. And it taught me so much during that time within, to see, am I a fighter, or am I going to just give up and lay flat on my back? I couldn't wait to get back on that bike trail and just to go back outdoors and just go on that bike and just be free. I just loved it so much. And that is not going to stop me. No concussion is going to stop me. Nothing is going to stop me, even if I fall down numerous times. How about you? Are there certain things that just stopped you in your tracks, that just you were just not prepared for, or something that just held you back and you had that fear of just continuing on whatever project, whatever life journey, whatever relationship, whatever it may be that was just so difficult for you in your life? I encourage you not to allow fear to discourage you in any way. For again, we are made more than conquerors in and through Christ. And we have so much resilience to be built up in. Because once we learn how to be strong, courageous, to be bold, never giving up attitude, then we are that much more an example. As parents, we can teach our children as a role model. They can watch us. Wow, mom and dad, they've gone through so many struggles in their life. How they handle fights, how they handle financial problems, how they handle, their job, they're laid off on their jobs. Whatever it may be, they get to watch mom and dad and just see the resilience. Or your coworkers, or your friends, or anybody else, we are the living examples. Because as believers in Christ, having His power within us, we are able to gain and learn the resilience. And that is so beautiful. God is our primary source of strength and comfort. Always remember that when we feel that we're going to fail in life, we're going to fail in certain areas and difficulties. Just know that God is going to be our daily strength and our comfort. And He is all that we need. His Spirit that guides us. He just has His eye upon us. Just always remember Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. That is one of my favorite verses. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your path." If you just hold on to that trust, that confident trust in the Lord, you can't go wrong. And you will be that resilient, more than a conqueror child of God. And we are able to outshine our light to all, for all to see, and how encouraging others will be when they are in awe. Wow, they just may be jaw dropped. If Lisa can go through so much and still come out strong, then perhaps maybe I can, because I have that same Spirit of Christ living inside of me that Lisa has, or anybody else that you look up to that has gone through hardships in their life. We all, as believers in Christ, we all have that same Spirit, which is Christ in us, the hope of glory. I pray that something I said today may encourage you to just learn to be resilient, continue to just keep on keeping on in all areas of your life. Hold on to your failing marriage. Hold on to your failing health. Hold on to your failing job, whatever, if it looks like it's going dim in a wrong direction. Just pray and know that God has your back, and He wants you to live this beautiful life in and through Christ. God bless you, and I will see you next week. Take good care. Goodbye.